The ones who make everyone smile are the ones with the saddest life. We often come across some of those genuine and pure souls who always bring a smile on our face without any expectations or ulterior motives. But sometimes their life takes a wrong turn, the mind gets shifted to a new dimension, and these good Samaritans transform into the worst of evils. Their actions end up taking the form of the most unimaginable sins, which serve as their sense of relief for the time being but wreak havoc in their lives. This is the story of Hasmukh, a new web series on Netflix which talks about the journey of a struggling comedian from the city of Saharanpur in Uttar Pradesh and how a series of events result in not just landing him on the pinnacle of success as a comedian but also as a serial killer. In the first 5 minutes of the pilot, we are introduced to both the protagonist and the primary conflict, which will drive the story further. Hasmukh is working as a struggler under a comedian named Gulati, played by Manoj Bawa, who actually just pretends to guide Hasmukh for the sake of exploiting him. Hasmukh cannot bear this humiliation anymore, and his anger leads him to murdering Gulati. He then decides to take the stage in place of Gulati, but since this is his first appearance, he finds himself sweating with nervousness, which gets accompanied with the spirit of Manoj Bawa's character, who begins to haunt Hasmukh and mocks him by making him feel like a coward. But then suddenly, this sense of rejection that has disturbed Hasmukh right from his childhood fades away. Like, literally fades away. And from here onwards, the entire personality of Hasmukh takes a different route altogether. It's like he has released himself from the notion of being faint hearted to becoming a rebel. Hasmukh suddenly transforms into a charismatic stage performer and wins over everyone's hearts with his first gig. This ballistic release of endorphins makes him forget how he took someone's life just moments ago. His guilt and fear of killing someone gets hidden in the claps of the audience during his first performance. Now, with the support of his manager Jimmy, played by Ranvir Shorey, Hasmukh begins his journey of climbing the ladder of success in the comedy circuit. After getting a couple of domestic gigs, the biggest opportunity of his lifetime comes knocking on the door after the producers of a reality show discover him through one of his viral YouTube videos. He then becomes a wildcard contestant of a reality show named Comedy Badshaho. This is where the storyline gets very intriguing as we start exploring the character depth of Hasmukh layer by layer. In this journey, we realize that the foundation of all the opportunities that have exposed him to the world of fame and success is actually based on the uncontrollable desire to eliminate his worst fears. Before all of this, the larger part of Hasmukh's life was absolutely miserable. Right from losing his parents at a young age to getting thrashed regularly by his ruthless uncle, Hasmukh was made to believe that he is a loser and is going to be like that forever. But right after killing Gulati, Hasmukh enters into a completely different state of mind, where he feels like the king of the world. He starts believing that this energetic aura is the result of how he has finally removed a troublemaker from his life. He likes to call it the feel that is required by every artist before appearing on stage. First, he removes Gulati and then he kills his uncle, which for him is the ultimate revenge. I like the way the makers have used the belt as the weapon of choice. The same belt that haunted Hasmukh and ruined his entire childhood has now become his tool for vengeance. But then unfortunately, Hasmukh and Jimmy start considering this heinous crime as a ritual that will guarantee success on stage. Though they decide to kill only those who are the bad guys in real life, Hasmukh is not able to understand the complexity of the situation. For him, this act of killing someone becomes his coping mechanism, providing him a sense of relief. But in reality, this decision begins the making of a murderer. Later in the series, Hasmukh does follow the path of redemption, but it's already too late as he gets trapped in the web of dirty politics that exists in the entertainment industry, along with getting consumed by his crimes, resulting in his irreversible reality. Just like how the success of a set in stand-up comedy depends solely on the content, I am happy that the makers of the show have invested huge effort in paying attention to the true essence of this series, the writing. The structure of the entire storyline has been curated really well, and it keeps you engaged till the end. It offers a good mixture of dark humor and absolute realism, especially in terms of depicting the story behind reality shows. This series also acts as a magnifying glass by digging deep into the business of television and how talent becomes the trump card for TRPs. There is a point where this series gives you a glimpse of how people forget their true identity when they enter this industry by becoming the most unexpected, inhuman version of themselves. Despite all the attention and luxuries gifted to him, Hasmukh stayed true to his attitude and style. He focused on putting his own efforts and showcasing his own creativity on stage by writing original content pieces, which surely proves to be a life lesson for us. When it comes to the acting performances, it was definitely a breath of fresh air to see Veer Das playing such a character. But then it turns out that his performance was not as compelling as it should have been for the entire emotional outlook of Hasmukh. The scenes where Veer Das plays the role of Hasmukh as the stand-up comedian look way more natural. Maybe that's the reason why Hasmukh has become one of the most polarizing web series when it comes to its reviews. Nonetheless, I am really looking forward to watching Veer Das once again with the hope of enjoying an improved acting performance. The supporting cast has done a stellar job in terms of making ends meet for this web series. The dialogues are totally spot on and play a major role in terms of supplying loads of humor. I thoroughly enjoyed watching the first season, and now I would like to end this video with two things. First is the hope of experiencing the same level of storytelling prowess along with improved acting performance, and second, my favorite dialogue from the series that gave me my ROFL moment. पूत के पाँव तो पालने में ही दिख जाते हैं, इसके तो अल्ट्रासाउंड में दिख गए थे. With that, I would like to conclude my thoughts on Hasmukh, and I would like to know what you think about this web series in the comments down below. And I will see you soon. Till then, long live cinema.